dating the Megan, was it the Megan Thee Stallion? What's her name?
Meg Thee Stallion.
Meg Thee Stallion. Megan. I'm just gonna call her Megan.
Who's
Megan?
Who's Meg?
I don't know.
I wonder what his type is, because you guys dated that he was talking to other girls when he was talking to you, and like they all looked
very
like
similar, like
you guys. So I'm just curious what his type is.
Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel. Ladies, I just had to jump on here real quick to give my input on this whole Megan Thee Stallion, Torrey Craig situation, where his ex went on a former Corn Stars podcast and lightweight shaded Megan, talking about we don't really know what his type is. Also tried to pretend like she didn't know who Megan was, which, girl, like, come on, girl, you know who Megan Thee Stallion is. Like, stop playing. And it's funny, I actually saw my girl, Nosy Neighbor Lady, she did a video commentary on this earlier, and I had already pre-planned doing this kind of video, but in relation to something else. But I figured, why not just fast forward and use this actual instance as a prime example. Since we're currently covering accountability, we're going to use this particular situation as a case study. And, in the clip, like you saw in the clip, there was a lot of coded type language used in the video, and where the ex was claiming that all of his previous girlfriends, this Torrey Craig guy, all the previous exes looked more like her or her friend. And they were acting like they were just very confused by his choice. But, my question to that girl and anyone else confused by the choice is, why not Megan? Like, why would he not choose her? Is it because she's black? Is it because she's tall? Is it because she's too curvy? I mean, what? Like, I really want to know, because when I look at someone like Megan Thee Stallion, I see a very beautiful woman that's like buxom, statuesque, like, this attractive. She's very intelligent, accomplished in her own right, I think she's got multiple Grammys at this point. And I just look at her and I think, why not? Why wouldn't a baller want to date her? Nobody questioned why Travis Kelce, the football player, nobody questioned why he, who had a known history of dating like very petite black women, no one questioned why suddenly he was dating this tall, skinny, blonde Taylor Swift. It was actually seen as like a no-brainer as to why he would go for Taylor, despite him clearly having a type, like a known type before, with all these long-term girlfriends who were black. And it was somehow understood that having access to Taylor transcended all those previous affinity that he had for those other women. So why all of a sudden is it now confusing for some women to see a black male basketball player moving the same way, right? Like, why is it suddenly confused? Like, oh my God, like, he's with this woman. Like, why is that now confusing? I really want to know, because, if you know men, like I know men, that it's very possible for them to have more than one quote unquote type, or several types within a single type, right? Like a tier and a hierarchy of types within a single thread of types, right? Because y'all, what did Drake and Lil Wayne tell us in that song? Cause we like her and we like her too, and we like her and we like her too. Like, I'm not about to sing the whole song, but you get the point. Like, and that song was literally called "I Wish I Could F Every Girl in the World," right? That song, the mentality expressed in that song is very common with most men, whether they are going to admit it to you or not. Trust me, it's very common, and the male species has in general been telling us in music that they like it all. What's the other song? I ain't got no type. Bad Bees is the only thing that I like. I mean, this is like this whole thing of like, oh, I thought that he only liked this particular type of girl. You thought wrong. You know what I mean? And I want to be clear, right? Having a type is a real thing, and people are allowed to have certain preferences and like what they like. I have my own preferences, right? But I'm not blind either, right? Like there might be very specific reasons why I won't date particular people, but I can still acknowledge, or I can see when someone is attractive, right? Regardless of whether I want to date them, I can still notice when someone is clearly attractive, right? And it's possible to find multiple types of people attractive, right? And so what I want to make clear is that women in general, like we need to stop being so shocked when we find out that a man is attracted to someone that does not look like us, right? Because I'm going to call a thing and say that a lot of this disbelief that was expressed in that initial clip, and that I've even seen in people in real life act like this, like so shocked that a man that you're dating or you previously dated or that you were even attracted to likes someone that doesn't look anything like you. That's rooted in insecurity and fake elitism. You have bought into the idea that because you fit a particular societal standard that's pedestalized, whatever it may be, right? Because it could be a myriad of things. It could be that you're skinny. It could be that you're light skinned. It could be that you have light eyes. It could be that you have straighter hair. Whatever it is about you that is normally pedestalized in society, you have this belief that because you look that way or because you have this specific phenotype, that only you and other women that look like you are entitled to attention from a particular man of a particular status. And it's you may feel that way, and it may even materialize as true in your real life, but that doesn't mean that that's always going to be the case, and that the man who is attracted to you based on how you look isn't capable of being attracted to someone that does not look like you, right? So when a man of a particular status goes against that standard and picks someone that looks the opposite of you, it bruises your ego and it confuses you, because your entire self-concept, your entire identity is rooted in you feeling inherently better and prettier than other women solely because of your appearance, right? And I want y'all to know that this line of thinking is just not limited to race. It goes for petite women who get shocked by a man choosing a tall woman, a skinny girl shocked that her man chose a fat woman, the woman with a big butt that actually went out of her way to get a big butt, laid down on somebody's table in Colombia to get a big butt, only to be shocked that their ex goes out and marries a woman with a flat butt, right? This goes for any woman finding themselves perpetually surprised that their man or a man they deem attractive chose someone that does not favor them and does not fit whatever ideal standard they have in their head of what a man should or shouldn't be attracted to. This reason that you feel that way is why no woman should be making major decisions based on appearance sake or based on what they think their man will or won't find attractive. Why? Because for some guys, it does not take that much to catch their eyes, and they can be attracted to multiple things at one time. You're going out and you're dyeing your hair a particular color, you're making a body modification to yourself, altering your appearance, the way you dress, the way you do your makeup, all of these things, when it's so possible that the man that you're doing all of these things for, you're not even doing it for yourself, you're doing it for him, for his male gaze. And then when you go to the bathroom, he's checking out some other chick across from you in the restaurant that looks nothing like you, So what did you do all of that for? You know what I mean? So again, get out of this mentality that, oh, like, I don't know what his type is, and I thought that he only liked women that look like me, and this shock, and no, they like her, they like who, they like whatever. They like whatever. So don't twist yourself into a pretzel trying to conform to this thing that this one thing that he's only going to like, and he's only going to like that one thing. And once I become that one thing, then I will have his attention forever, because it's not realistic, and you're going to exhaust yourself and you're going to drain yourself trying to do that. Even if you use, like, I know we referenced the Drake and Lil Wayne song, even if you were to use those particular male artists' dating history as example, both of those guys have literally dated the rainbow and the gamut as far as different races of women, body types, complexions, age ranges. I mean, Drake has gone from a Bria Miles type of woman to a Rihanna, to his baby mama Sophie, who is a literal sex worker, Wayne was with Toya and Nivea, Lauren London, who's with that girl Dea. And then more recently, they were saying that he was messing around with this lady from the Real Housewives franchise. So, I mean, where is the type here? All I'm noticing is that basic pretty will do. Basic attractiveness will do. And, with Sophie's case, I wouldn't say in the face, she's not really, but the body, like she has a really nice body. So that the body was going to do in that case, right? And the only time I find that it isn't the case where just pretty will do, like just having a pretty face, is when the man isn't choosing the woman based on her beauty at all, but because of what she does for him status-wise or money-wise. Because we all know there's a lot of men out here that's gold digging these days, right? But I just felt it was important to address this topic because I noticed there are a lot of women walking around with this fairy tale ideal of their man only being attracted to women that look exactly like they do, only to be shocked or offended to find their man finds other women that are the exact opposite of them attractive, only for their self-esteem to be crushed and them debating, with themselves, like why her, and I'm asking you, why not her, why not her, and I'm here to tell y'all too, rarely do men only just like one type. Even if they tell you that, let me tell you right now, they're lying because what are we saying around here on YouTube? Anytime a man's mouth is moving, he's lying. He's lying. A lie is coming out, right? So don't base anything related to your self-esteem and your self-worth and in your appearance. Don't base any of that on what you think your man finds attractive, because most of them like variety in general, right? So another example I can think of is like a personal one, I will say, is I had a boyfriend in my early 20s, and this particular guy used to claim that he liked women to be very natural, no fake hair, no makeup. And yet the girl that he ended up getting with after me, she wore a ton of makeup, and she was very pretty girl, but still wore a noticeable amount of makeup, hair extensions. He also claimed to like very curvy bodies, and this girl was petite. She was straight up and down, very skinny, no butt, no boobs. And he was ready to marry her, right? But fortunately, she wised up, she broke it off with him, and guess who he ended up with next? A girl that was much younger than us. Like, we were both in our mid-20s, and this girl that he ended up getting with afterwards was like 20, going on 21. Got with this much younger, very overweight young lady that looked nothing like me or his other ex, So I say all that to say, never base major modifications to your appearance based on what a man will or won't like. There are women going under the knife right now and having major surgery to attract low vibrational males with large, just to get a large butt, not realizing that in a pinch, that same male that you're doing all that body modifications for will sleep with a skinny woman with no behind, or that he may even sleep with a trans person or another gay male with a large behind, just because in their mind a hole is a hole, right? But you're doing all of that just to attract that low vibrational attention, and you all are twisting yourselves into a pretzel to fit a certain aesthetic or standard that these men are not even sticking to, and then, another thing that comes to mind is like, I remember I had this close childhood friend who was dating this guy, and he was like very light complected. And so the guy, he was like Hispanic, but like more of like a white or Euro passing type Hispanic guy. And my friend is a light skin. And so she was dating this guy, and she said that he would swear that, his type was women that looked like him and the women in his family, or just like very, very light skin or mixed passing Black women. And that he was not into dark skinned women at all. My friend said, she claimed that he told her that, right? Now, sidebar, I strongly side eye any man that goes out of his way to tell a woman that he is or isn't attracted to XYZ type of woman. Like, if you're having a conversation about types and it just comes up, then I understand. Like, if you're talking about, Like if you straight up ask them like, oh, what did your ex look like, or what are you usually attracted to, like if that comes up natural conversation, fine. But if he goes out of his way to tell you, oh, like say you're a black woman and you're dating a black guy, and he says, oh, I would never date white women, or I would never date Asian, or I would never date XYZ type of woman, or whatever they look like. And it's totally like out of the blue. You've never prompted him with that, but they just go out of the way to volunteer that information. I would definitely side eye that. Okay. Like I would definitely side eye them just randomly volunteering that info, right? Out of the blue. Because to me, it says that he's trying to get your defenses down and make it to the point where you think, oh, I don't have to worry about him going after that particular type of woman, or I don't have to worry about him being attracted to that particular type of woman. And I feel like it's very strategic because let me tell you something. Some man talking to you might claim, oh, I don't like black women, da 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 da. Check his Cornhub tab, his check the you know the X videos or whatever those X-rated corn sites are. You check his favorites, okay? And then if you see the ebony videos pop up and stuff like that, or you check the likes. I'd be wondering, like, hey, you're saying all that, but what are the likes looking like? What are the Twitter likes looking like? I know we don't have access to that, but what is that looking like? What is the Instagram likes looking like? Who are you following on Instagram? That's where the true story lies. That's where the real tale lies. What you're saying one thing to me, but where are your eyes going when we're in public? You know what I mean? Because that doesn't lie, and I don't know. I just always side eye when guys go out of their way to do that kind of stuff. So anyway, fast forward, my friend and this guy, that she's saying, the Hispanic guy, they end up hitting a rough patch and they go on a relationship break. And during that break, my friend ends up finding out that this guy has taken his coworker out on a date. And my friend stalked the coworker's Instagram page and saw that the woman was, number one, dark skinned and very thick and curvy. And, she showed me the girl, and y'all, I know, like, when your friend is upset and it's whatever, like, I didn't think that the girl looked bad. I thought she looked cute. She looked nothing like my friend, but I didn't think that the girl was ugly, right? Like, my friend lost it. Like, she was so devastated. She felt that the woman was hideous. She didn't understand why or how, or what was the reason that he could potentially be attracted to this woman that looked nothing like her. And she just could not get over the fact that her now ex had gone out with this woman and taken her on a date, posed with her for a picture, took a kiss, whatever, who looked total opposite of her, And she just was saying, like, oh, he said that he doesn't like women that look like that, and it's like, okay, well, maybe he told you that to lower your defenses, but he felt otherwise, you know what I mean? And this is why I say, you cannot pay attention to what they say. You have to watch how they move, and when they're saying, oh, they act like they're so disgusted by this particular woman of a race or particular complexion. But what do the Twitter likes look like? Like I said, you have to see that, because, like I said in the Sophie Rain video, the same men subscribe to her, watching her dance around with her friends in a Spider-Man costume and pajamas. That same guy subscribing to her and giving her money, they're also paying to watch Ruby Rose twerk in a thong on OnlyFans. Like, they're also paying for that too. They're watching both. They're going back and forth, right? Those two girls don't look nothing alike, but they want to see them both, right? And I'm so serious when I say it does not take much to turn some of these guys on, and they can be extremely indiscriminate, especially specifically when it comes to lust, right? And that's why it's so imperative that we do get them to invest in us up front and really prove how much they like you with real tangibles, from the very start, like before you give it up, so you don't find yourself being in this position where you just feel so devastated and shocked and, oh my God, I can't believe that, he went for someone that looks like that. Who cares, right? If someone cheats on you, it doesn't even matter what the person looks like. It's the actual action. The fact that they cheated is what makes them a loser, not the fact that they picked someone that you personally don't find attractive, right? Like, who cares about that, right? And this is what I'm saying. So caught up in the physical, so caught up in your appearance giving you this validation of like, you feel that, oh, I look this way and he only is going to like women that look like me. And your self-esteem is so wrapped up in that. And then it's shattered to a million pieces when you see him pop out with a BBW, big beautiful woman type of looking lady, or, a little person that looks nothing like you. And you allow that to crush you, right? When it should have never mattered to begin with. You should have never been overly concerned in being whatever it is that you think that he's going to find the most attractive, right? You should just be caring about becoming the best version of yourself, becoming the person that you love when you look in the mirror, right? Who cares if he loves you're not caring about what he wants. What he loves, he changes his mind every day, every hour, right? He's thinking about a different type of woman, or maybe sometimes not even a woman, right? These days. So get that out of your mind. Do not get so wrapped up or overly invested in what or who he's attracted to, who his little wee wee is getting hard for. You know what I'm saying? Focus on yourself. Focus on what you like. Focus on becoming the best, highest version of yourself. You will naturally attract the right man for you, regardless, right? So that was the message for today. That was the one on my mind. I love you all so, so much. And I really wanted to just bring that to my audience because it's just something that has been weighing on me for a long time. And, this is a very women-centered space. And this is a message that's applicable to all women, regardless of race, because I see it on both sides. I see it in real life. I see it online, this constant thing of why her, and I would never be with a man that's ever been with a woman that is of a different race. Why not? Why not? Why not? Who cares? He likes you, right? It doesn't matter, right? As long as he's ticking all the other boxes, it shouldn't matter what other race of woman that he dated previously, right? Or height of woman, or the weight of the woman, right? It shouldn't matter as long as he is investing in you accordingly, treating you accordingly. Why do you care? Why are you that overly invested in what his exes look like or what they did? You know what I mean? It's none of your concern. It's really none of your concern. And it's that competitive spirit with other women that I'm really trying to break y'all out of, because y'all need to understand that it really doesn't matter what they like. It doesn't matter who they were attracted to when they were 14, 15, 30, 40, 50. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is what you're able to get out of them in the moment. And what matters is what they're doing for you in the moment, right? The actions are what matter, right? It doesn't matter that the girl that he cheated with was light skinned or dark skinned or fat or skinny or bald headed or long hair. Like that doesn't matter. The fact that it's what he cheated on you, that's what matters, right? It doesn't matter who it was with, right? Did he cheat? Yes or no? Okay, that's the problem, right? Is he investing in you? Yes or no? That's what we care about, right? And I want us to just stop getting so caught up in this superficial thing of this appearances and this and that, right? Care about how you look. Invest in yourself, mentally, spiritually, physically. Become the highest version of yourself. That's the message for today. That's the focus for today. So again, I love you all so much, and I want to leave off with that, and I will see you all on the next one.